Foolish fool, we don't have a medic. Makes me sad that there's like no medic right now. You know, probably because the reason why we last week we didn't have a medic. Yes, it's all because we don't have a medic, that's the problem. I see no medic. Why wouldn't you want heals from a medic? I mean, they're glorious. Yeah, we don't have any medics. Medic, 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 medic. Please! I can't take it anymore! Medic! At long last, he's finally here!
Let's begin.
Oh my god, guys, you don't know how happy I am to finally get to this class. Holy shit, I'm so happy that I could conga! Whee! Yeah! People, join me! Okay, that's enough. But anyway. I purposely saved this class for last. It's definitely my most favorite to play. Everyone, this here's the medic. So, judging by his name, he of course specializes in healing, and also has a pretty noticeable game changer with the use of his Uber charge. Depending on the minigun that you use, have different effects to it, but most lamely, his default one will grant invulnerability for 8 seconds. So, with that in mind, you'll be able to like go through like choke points and have like a lot of like multiple uses and such with the use of the invulnerability when you have by default. So, it's awesome. It's freaking awesome. And in fact, this class is so awesome is that it actually helped me define my favorite sort of playstyle in playing certain games. Not just this one, but more like any kind of like game that has like some sort of healing involved, providing buffs or something like that. It's something that I pretty much like to play the most. So I really gotta give it a hand to this game for just helping me out with that. But anyway, before we talk about pretty much the meat of the information, since I play this class a whole lot, I pretty much know much about the information of this class more than anything. Help this guy out. And that was an effective use of that Uber. It's mainly for things like, most likely it's like, you know, sentries and such. For whatever reason that... Okay, now they focused on the NG. Anyway, I'm kind of losing track. So anyway, before we get to the meat of the information, let's talk a bit about his defaults. First off, he starts off with the needle gun, which shoots out like rapid needles. It kind of like goes in an arc. It kind of travels slowly through the air. So the weapon's pretty much designed mainly for just enough for self-defense. Not really all that useful for just straight up offense. I'll leave that lone dispenser there because it's not doing much. Oblivious heavies. Oh, come on, stay alive there, buddy. I didn't realize there were snipers there. It's a good thing they acted upon that. I think that was a spy, actually. Oh, hey, that sentry. In fact, let me go ahead and Uber these both here. Nice. Yeah, I'm kind of like showing off a whole lot of stuff already, but yeah, needle gun is really designed for like defensive stuff, enough to try to help you like escape or something like that. Never used for offense, because your class is not designed to do any sort of offensive capability, despite, you know, sometimes combat medics existing, you know, that sort of deal. But for the most part, to be effective is that, you know, just be able, just enough to, you know, defend yourself. And as for melee, you start off with a bone saw, but literally every other melee that he has is pretty much there for the sake of utility, or just like a straight up buff, so to speak, because you're also a class, you know, still you can't do frickin', you know, combat stuff, so not often do you have to like melee others. So that's why an assortment of his stuff is often like a buff. However, I'm not rolling with the bone saw, however, I am rolling with the Uber saw. And with it, when you hit someone once, you get a quarter of your Uber charge. So if you happen just on an off chance that you, you know, hit somebody with that, it can be a pretty big game changer. I don't know, just don't go flat out like offense with it. Like I said, you know, if there's an open opportunity to hit someone with it, like, you know, like a loose spy or something like that, that can help out, provided the spy is undisguised, of course. Alright, that sentry Alright, yeah, there you go, there you go. Okay, I just got it right in the frick of time. But yeah, Uber Saw is nice, even though that the swing speed is slower. Just because what it does, just on hit, gives you overcharge, it's freaking amazing. And by the way, it's festive. Hey, Pyro. But the biggest one that I have to talk about, is, of course, is his main tool, his secondary, the Medigun. Which I'm also having all nice and finished with some festive lights. And it's strange. Ooh, it's pretty expensive, the thing that I have here. Ooh, yes. Ooh, yes. Gotta show that off. Holy crap, we have a lot of medics. I'm guessing this is all way too hyped now. Not if he can contain himself. But anyway. So yeah, Medigun, a great multi-purpose tool for a lot of stuff. I mean, of course, being able to push through like tough choke points, having to withstand some sort of offensive pushes, try to save yourself if you're in danger, or try to cancel out another Uber or something like that. Multiple uses with this thing. It's just amazing like how well it can do. Hell, even to try to save a life at least. There's that. So great multi-purpose tool for starting out with. But anyway, with that information done, let's talk about pretty much like a whole bunch of tips and tricks, since I do specialize in this class. So, first and foremost, since you are a medic, you are incredibly helpful with your team. You are always going to get killed by somebody. You're always a #1 priority to get killed. Because when you think about it, if your team doesn't have a medic, the only sources of healing that the team can have... I can't believe I just let it have it. But I was able to apparently assist the sniper in that headshot. I mean, like, look at this soldier right here. He's really rocket jumping at me right now, just trying to get me killed. Because he knows that I'm way too helpful. But I think he's just rocket jumping for the sake of rocket jumping. Until now. I don't know what he was doing, honestly. But that soldier should not even be back there. Like, I'm trying to go after him because nobody else is. Oh, that's why. He's trying to market gardener people. Okay, then. Enough of that little episode. But, okay, cool. Yeah, give me this. So anyway, you are very much a top priority because you, like I said, the other sources of healing is like, you know, like health packs or like dispensers, some sort of stationary source or some other weird source like Mad Milk or something like that, or the Conqueror. But yeah, really. But normally they have to depend on stationary things to, you know, get their healing from. So essentially, you are just a health pack with legs. And medic, I'm healing you for a reason, just so you can get out of there. I know it's quite risky, but you know, things you gotta do. And I saved the sniper. Good stuff. Yeah, but since the enemy team does want you dead, that means that you definitely heavily emphasize on trying to stay alive as much as possible. So staying alive is definitely the key in any endeavor. So let me Uber you. Even though there were some kills involved, it does provide a big distraction so that the rest of the team can fall in and also assist. And it's a good thing I heard that. So yeah, staying alive is the key for you. I mean, it's true that other people need healing, because like, you know, like after like an Uber charge, even if it didn't fail, you would have to back out anyway. Because you don't want to stay in there just continually heal your patient and die with them. No, you need to fall back and, just stay alive. Because, potentially other people need healing. So, keep that in mind.
Attention. 5 minutes left in the mission. 5 minutes left in
Don't know what's going on there, but... I'm willing to bet that spy is on to me now. It's kind of out of my range. What else to say here? But yeah, like once you're dead, like, players have, like, no other choice but to, like, pull back to some other places or otherwise die. So that's why you need to stay alive, pretty much. So you need to try to avoid shit as much as possible. So really, it's pretty key to be very aware of your surroundings, having an understanding where your team is at, where the enemy team is at. Is there any open flank spots that the enemy can take? Do you have a good escape route? Do you check your back very often? A lot of things to consider. That's essential for your survival. What else? I mean, it seems to be very self-explanatory. Just, observe the enemy patterns and, just dodge shit. That's basically what it is. Dodge! I figured that was the only time to quote that. Oh, nice Uber on him. Hell, he even Ubered me just to keep me safe. Alright, so I guess another thing to talk about is healing priorities. So, in the heat of the battle, it's very hard to determine who is in most danger, or who needs the most heal of all sorts. Yeah, I'm getting distracted, but anyway, you're healing a spy, dude. Guess that medic was not really aware of that. However, I was, just because I was aware of my surroundings. And now we're spawn camping. Delicious. But, except not really. Freaking hell, I'm on a rampage! Just because I have, several kill streak things together. Hey, turn around and help out! Go, go, go! So anyway, talking about healing priorities is not really all set in stone. It really all depends on the situation right on the battlefront. There's several conditions to consider, which I kind of I'll try to narrow down as much as possible. Number one, your teammate. How well does your teammate play? What kind of class is the teammate? If it's a power class that your teammate is playing, how much he's scoring pretty much, how much he's killing. Is he pretty much worth consistently healing most of the time? Things like that. That way he'll be able to keep the front lines well intact. And help him to maintain the front line. Number two, anything that's enhancing the damage to your teammates, such as is your teammate low on health? Obviously, but is he burning? Is he bleeding? Is he has Jarate or Mad Milk on him? Things like that. And also incentives. Incentives, what I mean by that is anything that gives the enemy encouragement to attack a certain player. Something as little as the first enemy that they see is that they'll attack. Anything to encourage them to attack a teammate will be things like if they're marked for death, if they're hell, it can probably coincide with damage enhancers and such like that. Anything like Jarate or Mad Milk, they'll encourage the other team to shoot your teammate. Or some sort of buff thing that they know is a threat, Soldier with the buff banner. That's one class you have to prioritize on healing because everyone wants to cancel out the one thing that's buffing everybody else on the team, which is the mini crit. So having to keep your soldier alive is pretty essential. There's definitely a lot of priority stuff you have to think upon your toes on who the hell you should heal, wherever you're at the time. And he wasn't helping out with that quite well. Oh, Pyro's dead.
10 seconds. 5, 4.
So yeah, there's a lot of things to, like, a lot of conditions combined all together to think, like, who's pretty much worthy healing. So think about that, and then you'll be able to maintain the front line quite well. And I am godlike. Damn it. Well, I guess we're prolonging this for another 4 minutes. Guys, don't let the soldier walk up like this. For that matter, Scout, you should be constantly moving. I mean, like right now, that freaking sniper's in the front line right now, which he really shouldn't. So I had to heal him first. No, he fell. No. Precious seconds. There we go. Alright, get the soldier. Boom! Nice. Okay, what else to talk about? Oh yeah, several kinds of information that is on your screen that you need to take note of, which are 5 things. 1 is your health, 2, your Uber charge, 3, the player that you're healing, 4, the player that you're hovering your cursor over, like that guy, and 5, medic calls. So with all that information displayed out to you, you'll be able to know, like, you know, like where your team is at, basically. You know, like, is he all well and healed? Good. Well, then I'll switch on over to demo. Healed up? Well, I'll switch over to the sniper. A lot of things. That player low on health, which I couldn't save. That sort of deal. Might as well stay down here because I need help. There we go. Okay, that was kind of like a serious push on their part, but we were able to cancel that quite easily. Apparently he had Eagle-Eyes going on there. So anyway. Yeah, alright, next tip. Don't be limited to just one person when you're healing people. I mean, really, just spread the heals around. It really would help out the edge to a battle to a certain degree. Any sort of degree. I mean, if there's another incentive, having to heal multiple people will actually help out build up your Uber charge, because if you're constantly healing someone who is always overhealed, the charge going up is not going to go up any faster. So always try to find an inter teammate. It'll help get your Uber charge up the quickest. Let's see, what else? Yeah, like, don't be limited, just spread the heals around, simple as that. And in, like, a lot of situations that if you are, like, oh, apparently my, fashionable megalomaniac got a new rank. Posh! Well, that Pyro was about to head in here, so I had to pop that. Alright, let's get out of here. Soldier none the wiser. Got the hell out. So anyway, yeah, in moments where you have to resort to, like, moments when you have to, like, resort to combat is like when no one else is around and you have to provide cover fire, or you have to defend yourself or something like that. I mean, like I said, you're not designed to do combat stuff, but, you know, if you have no other choice, like, you know, our power class has died, so I had to shoot that heavy a little bit. Or in this case, this Pyro. But at least I have decent predictability.
Mission ends in 10 seconds.
I mean, if anything, when you're playing pubs most of the time, don't expect a lot of players trying to defend you. I mean, if you're playing it in comp, yeah, they will defend you, because they're supposed to do that. At least I know about that, but mostly in pubs, they're not going to be aware of your presence most of the time. They won't even care about trying to help you out. I mean, it's pubs. Like, they're always mindlessly wanting to focus in the front, wanting to try to kill people, so you have to try to defend yourself. That's pretty much the things that I learned the hard way. So yeah, sometimes you do have to try to defend yourself. That's the nature of pubs. Also, if you have no cover, and I mean, if you happen to try to go forward somehow... Oh, good, run defense. You can probably switch things up here. Yeah, okay. So yeah, we had to have a scramble here.
60 seconds.
But that's okay. The top guy on the class on the list here is Jack Kelly, the soldier. This will work out with this next loadout here. Excuse me. Quite inappropriate, but anyway. So yeah, if you're in a situation where you have to pursue forward in order to, like, you know, try to still maintain the front lines, but if you have no cover, best bet is to try to use your patience as cover, pretty much, like as a meat shield. Nice sip of coffee there.
Mission begins in 30 seconds.
Also, try to move on predictably as a way of trying to, like, you know, do shit like that. I know it's pretty far-fetched, but you do have decently fast speed, so you are the second fastest, pretty much. And last but not least, this one popular phrase to talk about: pop it, don't drop it. If you figured that you get hit once and you're probably like below, oh, say at least like half health, or even like, oh, here we go. Yes, ha, Bager's bazooka away. Haha. Oh god, the evil spawn camping. I don't really condone spawn camping, because, you know, oh well, I got separated. There you go. Anyway, yeah, pop it, don't drop it. If there's a situation where you think you're going to die, just pop it. I mean, don't wait until the last second, like you have like 10 health left. No, don't do that, because pretty much, like keep crits into consideration, shit like that, or like a headshot from a sniper, or a headshot from a spy, actually. So if you're like below like 102, then like, wow, Pyro didn't notice me? Holy shit. Okay, here we go. Apparently that Pyro wants to reflect shit. Fun times. I don't think I should be down here. Yeah, you know what? The soldier, just ignore him. Dad aim. No, get him! Gotta abuse cover somehow. Alright, cool, cool. I'm sorry, it's just that I've been separated from this class for so long, is that finally I'm just having a lot of fun. It's so freaking epic. But yeah, again, pop it, don't drop it. But anyway, let's talk about the loadout that I have right here. So here I have the Kritzkrieg. Now, since I'm playing on defense, this is pretty much a good time to use it. So what it does, instead of providing invulnerability, it instead provides 100% crit to your patient. So instead of depending on random crits to do the damage, you're forcing it out. In that case, just in time to, you know, get that medic off of me. No, and I didn't look to my left. And I finally died. But that was a good run, though. So yeah, Kritzkrieg, great for offensive situations to deal high damage. And like the good candidates like there, like the soldier was one of them, Devilman especially, and also for the heavy. So yeah, basically, you know, I was half tempted to switch to engineer so I can upgrade that, but you know, I'm trying to stay with my rule. And probably to answer the question of like, why is like Kritzkrieg often used for like defensive stuff? And I think the reason is because that the blue team, the offensive team, has like faster respawn times, so that means that their front lines join up a lot more quicker, so often more people. So I figure in order to help whittle down the people quickly, more efficiently, is that, you know, have crits to hand in order to take care of them. Having more time for them to spend in respawn, so I think that might be the reason why. But even then, it's still good for either like, you know, either side pretty much. And I got hit by a Thompson. And again, and again. Holy shit, that engineer's a dick. But yeah, Kritzkrieg, a very nice viable option. I also have my primary is the Bloodsaugr. Now, if you happen to be pretty good with your projectiles in general, especially with the needle gun, you might be able to consider like equipping this, because on hit it provides 3. So because of the rapid healing, because of the rapid fire, you get healing upon hit. So in a lot of situations when you're trying to back away from somebody and you can land your hits, like that pyro if it was closer next to me, or like that pyro right there, I'm able to like withstand the damage he's doing against me because of the, afterburn. And he disregarded the snipers. How blindsided they are, they're trying to kill me. So hard. However, the downside is that you get less health regen. So if you're not able to land your needles anyway, so don't bother equipping it. Health regen will be a lot more viable to you. And then lastly, for melee, is I have the Solemn Vow, which oddly enough I don't equip as much because, it's something that the spy has most of the time, is being able to see health. Although in that case, since that heavy was low on health, I could probably like get the attack on him. And good Girardi there. So yeah, literally the Solemn Vow is like the Bone Saw, just with the added perk of being able to see the enemy's health. So you can decide if you like to like communicate with your team, like, okay, go ahead and attack this guy, he's low on health. Or if you feel like you'll be able to win in a 1v1 situation by just pumping up a quick few needles or just a melee hit, that's what you can do. So it's mainly just there for just informational sake. But other than that, I really don't like equip it all that often because, doesn't happen much. I'm getting willed a little bit. And I don't think he got anyone. Well, that's a shame. Well, till now.